Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for mid-July 2026, and as always it's going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Okay, let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, light beings, star beings, any other spirit guides you may have, as well as our higher selves and any animal, ancestral or dragon guides you feel resonant with. Gemini. Okay. Let's have a look. Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Judgment or the Call, and the Three of Swords. Just recently, Gemini, there's something you've started working on, and either through doing that process, perhaps as you've started working, you've sort of become curious, or there's something new here that's sort of activating your inner child, your inquisitiveness, your curiosity. Probably it could be, your communication skills as well. Okay, and it could be also something, spiritual or intuitive about this. Sometimes the sword energy talks about, insight and intuition as something that you're happily working away on here, Gemini, that you've started fairly recently, or that you've been doing before that you just recently picked up again. Okay. King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. I feel like whatever this thing is, it's helping you to kind of come into the present moment, Gemini. And it's also enabling you to feel a sense of calm and peace despite other stuff going on around you. So I think you're, whatever this is that you're doing, Gemini, I think it's a bit of a strategy or a skill that you're using in order to become present. And for you to use that to calm, your emotions, to calm your thoughts here as well, Gemini. I think it's something that's really helping you to come into your center. Underlying theme, which I'm going to grab now. Yeah, we have this Nine of Swords energy, and this is potentially that energy that you are dealing with. Maybe that's coming at you, or you're in situations that this is triggering some stress for you. But this is how this reading is about, experiencing these energies at times, but then knowing what you need to do to move towards those energies that pull you back to center, that help you to come into present. Because this energy here, Nine of Swords, is not in the present moment. Okay, often it's worrying about things that have happened or that haven't happened, and it's worrying about the future, things that may or may not happen. So this, I think what the start of your reading here, I think you're really coming into present, and there's something that you've started to do here that maybe a craft or a hobby or something, or an interest. It might just be meditation. Okay, there could be something here, or mind, body, breath work, something that you're doing that's helping you to come into center. And this has been like an inner calling for you. There's something here that you're doing that's an inner call. It's helping you to align with your soul, okay, and thereby also your higher self. Okay, like the infinite, more infinite source energy as well. Okay. The general direction moving forward is that as you answer this call, there's some healing that you're going to be doing here. Three of Swords. And it's going to, this energy here is when the heart and mind are not sort of feeling as though they're working well together, or there's something that's gone on emotionally that you feel is that messes with your thoughts, or vice versa. So it could be like perhaps the overthinking mind then causes the emotions to snowball and in ways that aren't helpful. So you know, and the call, I think, for you, Gemini, is this really coming into this centering process that you're doing, or whatever it is, and a hobby that you're taking on is part of this call, because it's a strategy, I think, that you're using to help bring yourself into the present moment and to heal this rift between your thinking mind and your feeling self. Okay. Yeah. And here we have the and the Ace of Pentacles as well in the outcome. So this is that this sort of symbolizes the body. And I feel like with the Six of Pentacles, we could well be talking about the mind body here. And I kind of like how this red pillar behind here, sort of moving upward into the consciousness, into the area of the mind. So it's almost like this mind body balance here in this particular Six of Pentacles, which I kind of really like that for you, because you're a mutable air, Gemini. So this, for you to to still your mind, could be challenging at times, as for other signs as well. But I think your outcome here is that you are going to get a nice balance here of, you know, mind-body balance, but also your feeling balance as well. And I just want to look at the synchronicities here as well for you, because see all the red in this card here, which can be like intensity of feeling, okay, whether that's, but generally something that could be kind of blocking your forward momentum. But here you are really activating that red color in the direction of higher consciousness. So you're able to transmute this intensity and bringing it into something that's going to be helpful for you moving forward. You know, I mean, this could be an art form here that you're doing, okay, because art is very transformative. It transmutes this. It can transmute feeling and passion and intensity into an art form. So therefore you release it, and there it is, you know, the physical pentacle manifestation of your emotional intensity. And that can be really helpful and cathartic to process those sorts of things if that's something that resonates with you. And here we have, once again, the Ace of Pentacles. And I also really like this. This is kind of talking about consciousness and, you know, all this physicality, this red, solid passion intensity, okay, that we experience here. So it's literally like two aspects of yourself that are going to come together in embodiment, okay? You're going to be embodying your feeling self and your thought self are going to come into alignment, which is literally this underlying theme of, you know, cups and air here, okay? So emotion and thoughts. And yeah, that's generally, you know, it's a bit of a theme here for you, Gemini, is that the thoughts, if they've been going around, at the moment you're feeling pretty centered. You know, you're feeling centered and in this energy of Four of Pentacles, gratitude for what you do have, and you'll be able to come into present, which is just fantastic. But you're going to get more of that moving forward. And as you go through the healing process, which is part of your inner calling, your higher self is calling, as you process that, you'll come into greater balance as well. And here we have the Eight of Cups and the Star. Yeah, this is what you're doing. What you may not be aware of is that with this star energy, you are literally coming into balance. Your higher self is or your soul as well, is becoming more embodied in you as you go through this healing of the thoughts and feelings and bringing them into alignment as you keep centering yourself and coming into present. Okay, this is really helpful for your soul energy to manifest as well. And, you know, and this is something that you are going to probably keep choosing. So on a daily basis, we make choices that are in alignment with our higher self. We make choices to, you know, to come into this stillness, to calm, and to deal with the, you know, the Nine of Swords energy. So it's about regularly, daily, you know, making those choices to move towards this alignment of your heart and mind. So if it doesn't feel like it at the moment, Gemini, it might be a case of, you know, what you may not be aware of is that these daily small things that you're doing are really helpful for your integration and for you to really step into your higher self energy. Right, let's grab a couple, one of these cards as well. Ace of Wands, fantastic. These are the Lyrans. Okay, this is Lyrans in this deck. Mind, body, spirit, holistic stuff, which we did sort of talk about here with the Pentacles is alluding to that earth element to the body. You also have the Four of Pentacles. So doing some body work. Okay, some body work here. Mind, body, breath work for you, Gemini, I think is going to, that could well be what you're doing here. And this is, body and breath, the start of your reading. That was the other thing I was going to talk about with the swords, was that, it's this aspect of breath, okay, air, we breathe in the air. So mind, body, breath work, the Lyrans, yeah, okay, in this particular deck, that is the suit of the Lyrans in this Galactic Star Tarot. Four of Swords. Also, the Syrians here have a message for you, which is to chillax when you need to, Gemini, doing that meditation, which I think you may already be doing, a meditation of sorts, to keep doing that, okay? That's the meditation there as well, as part of your guidance. Oh, actually, yeah, we didn't grab... Hang on, we are jumping ahead of ourselves. Let's grab 3 of these. Right. 3, 1, 2, 3. We have the Eight of Cups again. Okay, Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So, Eight of Cups 3 times in your reading here, Gemini, is saying that you are transitioning, okay, into into probably a new passionate way of being. And the 8s, 9s and 10s talk about transition. So this is some emotional stuff that you're working through, and it kind of makes sense here. But you know that you're being called to move through some emotional things. I think, but you're dealing with it really well at the moment. You're centering yourself, and, Spirit's saying keep doing that. 5 of Wands. So you may need to be learning from others, to have a learning mindset, and to, I guess, just kind of realize that sometimes help can come from unexpected places, and you may get, ideas as a result of mixing with people. You may, get inspiration and help from places and people that you would not expect. The Knight of Swords. So this is kind of like a little bit like, your energy here, and, being an air on the move, okay? Maybe you're going to be traveling. You might be coming in with some new types of communication or new insights, and maybe you're just going to be acting on your insights here. So maybe you're going to keep a journal of, all your strategies and techniques and methods that you use to come into center, maybe doing some mind, body, breath work as well. Just keeping tabs on things, and, waving or literally, activating your sword of personal truth there, Gemini. Being your unique individual self and aligning with your values and your goals moving forward. The Devil, so this is the attachments and things that you are overcoming to move forward. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles, a really nice supportive energy, doing lots of self-care, Gemini, self-nurturing, connecting with nature, and taking care of your health and well-being. Okay, so once again, that aspect of mind, aspect of body, of looking after the physical body as well. And here we have the 7 of Pentacles. Yep. So really, I guess, reflecting on what's working, what is helping you align, and what's throwing you off. Okay, Gemini, this is the underlying theme. These are the kind of 2 energies that you may find yourself dealing with or being in. One of them is the energies that are throwing you off here, 9 of Swords, and this is the 8 of Cups. This is the energy where you are going, okay, I'm done with this. Now I'm going to move towards, this is that decision point of going, I'm moving towards A or B, moving towards your your strategy or the method that you're going to use to lift your frequency out of this. Okay, so this is like, yeah, just that choice of taking some action. And Seven of Pentacles is like, you know, you really taking time to reflect. And also perhaps paying attention to nutrition. So, you know, if this is just coming from these two cards, looking at these together, is like, you know, the effects of certain foods. You know, if you eat a particular type of food, what is the effect on your body? If you hydrate more, do you notice an effect, you know, a positive effect from that? Just tuning in, I guess, increasing your awareness of what's going on within yourself. Death or rebirth. So, yeah, I mean, this is sort of in alignment with the star here. You're moving into soul embodiment. And I think a greater level of awareness of your emotional self, your physical self, and really coming into mastery of that, those aspects of yourself. And here we have the Five of Cups. So this can be emotions that maybe you're moving through at the moment, as well as a part of that process. This can sort of be, if this is grief, there's always a bit of, you know, these other cups here on offer in divine timing when you're ready, Gemini, to turn around and make the most of these. But, you know, this can be some things that, you know, healing, if you have a tendency to, if you feel you have a tendency to, you know, remember we talked about the things that were not working and the things that are working. If you're dwelling on things that are not working, for example, that could be what this energy is talking about. It's really about, I guess, being aware, first of all, that you could well be dwelling on something that's not working. And then I guess just tuning in and asking yourself, you know, what is my frequency at this moment? Because I mean, every experience is kind of an opportunity to tune in and to create awareness and to observe the self. Okay, so maybe Spirit's saying, you know, to observe the self there. And Eight of Swords as well, yeah. So observing yourself when you're feeling restricted, when you feel limited, and just asking yourself, you know, what frequency am I in at the moment? Do I need to, you know, maybe pull back into some gratitude here? You know, maybe I need to be, you know, activate my inner King of Cups here to be centered, and to then sort of set my mind and my, you know, attention here to focus, Gemini, on, you know, something that you can work away happily at, that you find fulfilling and meaningful. Okay, and you have the Eight of Cups quite a few times in your reading. So, you know, if this is something that you're looking to do, maybe it's Spirit saying, yes, move towards that Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups to Eight of Pentacles. Okay, it's okay to choose that, right, when you feel you need to. Yeah, so there we have it, Gemini. I hope that's been helpful. I think we might wrap it up there. Yeah, that was a lot of words and a lot of ideas together, but essentially I think, you know, you're answering, your higher self is kind of has a call, is calling to you at the moment, you know. The star, your higher self, embodied self, is calling to you. And I feel like, you know, you are making inroads. You may have some Lyran guides, okay, from that collective, and also perhaps some Syrian guides here that will maybe be able to assist you in meditation and that type of thing as well. So there we have it. I think you're moving towards a new, higher frequency version of yourself, moving towards more fulfillment and more integration of your higher self and your soul self as well, of course. So hope that's been helpful. Look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.